That's dangerous information.
I'm a dangerous girl, and right now, I'm losing patience.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at the bottom of the barrel in popular video game franchises.
I wish to cleanse my father's sin, and I wish to talk to Sonic once again.
Number 10, Devil May Cry 2. Although 2013's reboot entry upset a lot of fans by redesigning Dante, at least DMC was still fun to play. Devil May Cry 2, on the other hand, it wasn't. Interestingly, this game was also criticized for changing Dante, making him far less cool and much more serious than in the first game, but it had a lot of other problems too. Although environments were criticized for looking worse, their actual design wasn't great either. Big open spaces meant weaker potential for combos, a standout feature of the original's combat. The game was also way easier than it needed to be, from regular enemies to boss fights. At least Capcom then knew what pitfalls to avoid for Devil May Cry 3.
Till next time, son of Sparta.
Number 9, Command & Conquer 4 Tiberian Twilight.
Commander, Doctor, we are waiting on you.
Right outside, Colonel.
The real-time strategy genre had its major boom on PC throughout the 90s, and Command & Conquer helped lead the charge. The franchise continued to grow in the 2000s through sequels and spin-offs, until 2010's Tiberian Twilight brought it all to a screeching halt.
No! This can't be happening.
There wasn't much about the game that didn't tick off its die-hard fanbase. The single-player campaign was a major slog due to a number of reasons. Changes in gameplay like the removal of building bases and the need to collect resources made going it alone a chore. And when it wasn't boring, you ran the risk of losing progress due to its required internet connection. Given the negative reception, it's not surprising we haven't heard much from CNC since.
He's going to pay. He's going to pay for it all.
Number 8, Fallout Brotherhood of Steel.
Back in line, slaves. I can't sell you if you're dead, but I'll shoot you in the back if you try to run.
Fallout 76 had a rough couple of years, but Bethesda has managed to update it to a point that some fans are pleased with it. Back in 2004, there wasn't much Interplay could do to fix Brotherhood of Steel after it was released. The spin-off followed an initiate of the Brotherhood, a powerful group ruling in the wasteland. Not much about the game impressed fans or critics. Gone was the series' open-ended exploration, replaced by linear action filled with repetitive enemies and even more repetitive gameplay. It grew tired very quickly, especially since the story was overly edgy, and the levels were both uninteresting and tended to drag. Number 7, Metroid Prime Federation Force. Metroid is best defined by its labyrinthine design and its feelings of isolation on deadly planets. Federation Force tossed all that out the window, replacing it with multiplayer-focused action and a lighthearted tone. Fans were upset from the get-go, condemning Nintendo for taking the series in this direction. When it was released, it turned out to be just as generic and un-Metroid-like as many had predicted. Matters were made worse by the fact that it had been 6 years since the last game. Other M, which itself was met with mixed reception. Nintendo would bring the series back strong with 2021's Dread, but this was a definite low point for the series.
You were the chosen one! It was said that you would destroy the Sith, not join them!
Number 6, Silent Hill Book of Memories.
I don't know anybody in Silent Hill.
You'd be surprised.
Silent Hill is on the cusp of its resurgence, but it's a genuine shame how the franchise initially left things. The series became a survival horror mainstay in the 2000s, deservedly earning a passionate following. Unfortunately, things eventually started going downhill, culminating in the awful Book of Memories. Released for the Vita in 2012, it was a dungeon crawler instead of a survival horror game, but it wasn't even a good one. The gameplay was extremely basic, which is to say it got old quickly. But worse than that, because of this change in mechanics, the franchise's signature tone was gone. It was a far cry from what made Silent Hill great in the first place.
What's going on with this place? Where the hell am I?
If I had to guess, I'd say you're dreaming.
Number 5, Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. Beginning on the GameCube, Animal Crossing gained a devoted fan base thanks to cute critter neighbors and its ability to deliver utter relaxation. Unfortunately, even the franchise's adorable characters couldn't save Amiibo Festival. Released on the Wii U in 2015, it was a party game that utilized Amiibo for various features. If you think that sounds like a cash grab, that's because it was.
This is the worst!
Director Aya Kyogoku admitted the game was created because she and the team wanted Nintendo to make Animal Crossing Amiibo. It wasn't any fun to play anyway. The virtual board game spaces caused Animal Crossing-like events to occur, like catching a fish or finding bells, but without the fun gameplay to tie it together, it was a total bore. Number 4. Metal Gear Survive.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Following the departure of series creator Hideo Kojima, Konami tried its hand at a Metal Gear entry without him.
I'm alright. I can make it on my own.
Sadly for fans of the series, Survive was a soulless husk merely propped up by the IP's name. Set between Ground Zeroes and the Phantom Pain, it placed players in an alternate dimension almost immediately. It then descended into a by-the-numbers open-world survival game with uninspired zombie-like enemies and boring quest design. Hatred was further fueled by how Konami had treated Kojima prior to his exit and the needless inclusion of microtransactions. It was not only disappointing as a game, but it left a bad taste in everyone's mouths. Number 3. Tomb Raider: The Angel of Darkness.
What happened?
It's all a bit vague.
Whether you're a purist fan of the originals or a defender of the grittier modern installments, one thing is for certain, at least they're all better than Angel of Darkness.
Okay. Take it easy.
The game was meant to kick off a brand new trilogy for Lara Croft, but ended up falling flat for a number of reasons. An abysmal camera and extremely dated controls made playing it a lesson in patience, and overshadowed anything that could be considered good. That's not to mention an abundance of technical issues and the fact that the PlayStation 2 was otherwise stacked with terrific action-adventure games. Angel was a sad send-off for original developer core design before development was given to Crystal Dynamics.
No more abomination.
Number 2. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Wow, that's a pretty snazzy performance there.
At a certain point, talking about Sonic 06 is just beating a dead horse. But until the series produces a worse entry, our hands are tied. The game is now an infamous train wreck, with a number of terrible elements all attempting to be the most successful at ruining your experience. The atrocious controls and irritating camera make Sonic's quick-paced gameplay an absolute nightmare. Even if they did work properly, there'd be too many bugs and glitches to enjoy them. The voice acting was also subpar and the story horrendous, including a cringe-inducing romance between Sonic and a human woman.
Now then, are you okay?
I'm so glad that you came.
I always keep my word.
The Blue Blur's popularity has stood the test of time, but this certainly didn't help.
I knew it! I knew you'd return. You had to.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few dishonorable mentions. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, a severely watered-down version of everything that came before.
All in a day's work for your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
SimCity dealt a fatal blow to the city-building giant. Dead Rising 4, a change in tone and removal of key features led to unhappy fans.
All right then, here we go.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Umbrella Corps. To many, Resident Evil is the pinnacle of what survival horror can offer. Several games have leaned more into action to varying degrees of failure, but none of them have reached the depths of Umbrella Corps. The game was a competitive multiplayer shooter designed to be part of the esports crowd, which is the exact opposite of what any fan wanted.
No. Wait.
It didn't help that Capcom made it the most generic vanilla experience possible. However, generic could have still been mildly enjoyable if not for the poor map design and clunky controls. Nothing about the game worked, and it was quickly left in the dust by those it sought to compete with.
Well, it was either them or you. No regrets.
Which of these games soured you on a fantastic franchise? Share your thoughts in the comments and be sure to subscribe for more great videos every day.
Good grief. They really made a big mess, didn't they?
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.